And as I welcome you back, I am very excited because I get to host one of my favorite people in the entire music industry. And it's because when we see any session, yeah, chai after chai, tuna pause. I'm like, hey, what happened? And me, since I saw you, this has happened. And it's just always interesting, good vibes. Sanaipei Tande.
Hello.
Hi, baby girl.
How you doing?
You have been on tour.
Yes.
Media tour.
Media
rather.
tour, yes.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely great. I haven't done this, I think, ever.
Yes.
Ever. In like the 18 years, this is the first time that I've actually said, you know what, I need to go the extra mile and push my music a little further.
Yes.
So it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's exhausting, isn't it?
It's very exhausting. And I mean, you know, it's not exhausting to talk about the EP. It's not. But it's just, there's usually other questions that come along and you're just like, oh my goodness, I've answered this like 10,000 times, you know. But it's good. It's
Do people still ask you what Sema, like what would be so irritating? You're like, are you serious?
No, I guess it's basically, I don't know, just the gossips here and there.
About your private life.
Yeah, all the time, you know, and I cannot stress it enough. But anyway, you know, I'll keep answering. Si nimetafuta interview. Hivyo ni sawa.
Watauliza, utajibu.
Nitajibu.
Do you think it's a bit scary now what is happening with the industry where people now are recording pictures and recording videos, sorry, and you know, taking pictures of people who they know when they're in public spaces?
As far as I'm concerned, that's a crime. To record somebody without their consent, that is a crime. That's really just an invasion of privacy. But I guess globally, that's how the media has done it. I mean, they have it really, really bad. Paka, their homes, their swimming pools, their bedrooms, and you're just like, oh my goodness, the schools they go to, etc. So I guess it's just something that's trickling down. You know, everyone's just following the trend and seeing how things are done. But I think it's rather unfortunate that you cannot, we've gotten to that point where you don't even have a private life. Yeah. I mean, the beauty about, and I think I love this so much, people are never really sure whether it's me.
Oh, they usually ask
loudly. Yeah, because you know me, when it's not on the stage, it's just, you know, chokara vibes, t-shirt and a jeans, you're good to go.
Yes, actually, Salah is always... It's like she lives in these comfortable, like gym wear type clothes, sneakers.
You have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable because, I mean, my life, if you look at it, it's either stage performances or interviews or you're shooting Kina. And Kina, half the time, 3/4 of the time, I'm always dressed up. So I look for that opportunity where to just water things down a little. Yeah.
18 years is a long time, Sana.
Indeed.
You
Indeed.
know,
That's a grown-up. That's an adult.
That's a child.
Yeah. Nikuzaa na kulea na akwambie sasa mimi nimehama. Thanks.
Na na vote 2022. Anapiga kura.
It's a long time.
It's a very long. What do you? I mean, what is the dark side of it all? Now that you've experienced fame in different ways, from being on radio to being an actress now, and
the dark side of the fame. Oh, there's a lot. There's so much. I mean, if you don't have guidance and you don't have willpower of your own, you really can go down that dark hole. You really can. I mean, I don't want to get into detail about it. It's a happy day, woohoo! but there's a dark side to it. Like I said, if you don't have guidance and you don't have people who are, you know, just constantly reminding you to not forget who you are, where you came from, and why you're here, why you're doing this. You know. So I've never forgotten. But then again, you know, it's fame. Me, I need. Like,
you've always been like this, you know, despite all of the success that you have achieved, it never changes who you are. And, you know, we're human beings, meaning that, you know, it has some form of influence, how you act, people change. Yeah. It's just how it is.
I think for me, it's just, start with the character. That's just who I am. I'm how do I put this without sounding like I'm being arrogant? I'm not easily moved by things, and I've also got, you know, a family that keeps me grounded, and I interact with my family very, very often, and so that kind of just reminds you. By the way, there's the stage and then there's here at home. So best believe you're Sana here, mtoto nyumbani. So, and I guess it's just the reasons I'm doing it. I do it for, I love the music. I love when I can come up with a verse that has such feeling and I know will impact somebody's life. I think that's what excites me about my music. When I can come up with a verse and I'll be like, oh my goodness, did I write that? You know, and then for somebody to actually listen to the lyrics and say, where those two lines really got me. So that's it for me. let's not pretend that it's not about the money as well, because you put in money to get those songs out there, to get the videos done and everything, and we appreciate the money that comes back, but the legit money, the money that we actually worked for, nothing beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Did you see what Eric said about the Kenyan
About
music
Kenyan
industry
music.
and, you know, artists being not as, I was about to say lazy.
To being lax, just, you know, being there.
Complacency is what.
Yeah, I did. I think, I don't want to get into detail about that, because as you've seen, there's artists who have responded to him. Me, I continue doing my thing, my guy. Me, as long as I know that I'm doing good music, there's people who appreciate it, I'm making my money out of it, and I'm living my life, I'm good to go. Because the question would be, who is he comparing us with?
He said West Africans, Tanzanians, and you know there was a talk of how much money they're paid when they come, which I'm so sure is something that has come up multiple times before. But you know, the more I hear about it, it's so unfair. We're on stage together. Why is that the disparity? It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I think there's an issue with the appreciation of Kenyan artists by Kenya. And I think somebody mentioned that the structure, the system here does not allow the artists to be as big as, you know, the West African artists and the Tanzanian artists. But then for me, it comes down to content. What's the content? What is it? I mean, you're comparing us to West Africans and Tanzanians, but half the time, the music that we're hearing is just, you know, it's just promoting sex, and it's just promoting partying, and it's just promoting alcohol. So I probably would not be the best artist to ask about this, because for me, content-wise, I honestly would not think that they're that good. Yeah, it's the beat. Yeah. The beat comes in, people are dancing, you know? Yeah. And then it's just, it's the sexual connotations that are there. As much as they're, you know, very well, you know, packaged and stuff, but at the end of the day, what are they singing about, and what impact are they having on the society and the youth? You know, so that argument really doesn't, I don't get affected by it. Yeah, because I know I'm doing music that impacts people's lives, and people can sit down and say, wow, your song Amina, for example, really got me through a very difficult time. Your song Mfalme Mapenzi made me feel like, oh my God, love is such a beautiful thing. Like, I would want that for myself. Those kind of things, that's what I go for. Yeah. Yeah, it's not about, I don't sit down and say, I need to write a hit song. I need to write a, no, man, I'm not about that.
You write about what you feel.
I write about what I feel and what can help somebody in their life, you know, in situations, societal issues that we're facing. Yeah. You know, and that's what I've done even with the EP. That's what I've done. So
let's talk about this EP.
Ooh. So the EP is titled Nabo. Nabo is a Maasai word meaning one, the number one. And for obvious reasons, it's the first compilation I've ever had in the 18 years that I've been here. I've just been releasing singles. So that, and also there's a song that's titled Nabo, and Nabo talks about just mainly addressing women and the unhealthy competition that's there. I need women to just feel unique and to feel number one in their own space. Find that thing about you that's absolutely fantastic and magnify it. Forget about the rest. Don't compete. We're not competing. Tuinuane, tusaidiane, tujengane. Unajua?
Have you ever gone somewhere, Sana, and then you meet chicks and they look at you badly? Like, you have
Are
not
you kidding?
Even conversed.
That has been like the life for the last 18 years. Let me tell you.
How do you hate? We've just met. Why are you sizing
you don't
me
know
up and
me,
down?
I don't know you. Me, I have no issues with you. I'm not trying to get your car. I'm not trying to
get your man. You can say that too.
I mean, I experienced that for the first time, actually. Well, obviously, like in high school and all those things. But when I started hosting karaoke, it was so interesting. I'd go to a table and, you know, I'm just coming there to give you a book and ask if you guys would like to sing karaoke.
Do you want some shots?
Chicks. As in, they literally show you that they're ignoring you and continuing to talk. And what would happen is that the guys on the table would be like, it's okay, Sana, we'll probably sing like after an hour or something. Yeah. So they would be polite, which would now make the situation worse.
Even more.
It's so ridiculous.
She thought you were trying to get her man, so she's like, oh, now you're talking to her.
I'm just there trying to earn my money, bana. Nimekuja kufanya hii kazi kwa sababu pale ninafanya kazi sipati za kutosha.
Nataka kulipa rent.
Nataka kulipa rent. Nataka kujinunulia kinywaji, at least ununulie rafiki ka lunch. Mtu anakupatia some other eyes, you're just like, yo, okay, sawa. So, yeah. I mean, it's, and I don't think it's ever going to change.
Is it?
In terms of...
the girl-on-girl hate,
like people always tell you, it's not the first time, you're not the first one, and you won't be the last one. So, Nabo addresses that. It's just, you have something I don't, Amina. I have something you don't. So, just be happy about that and magnify and grow and become richer in that, whatever it is, if it's a talent, if it's a character, if it's,
There's a video that Cardi B once did, and it really resonated with me, where she was saying, you know, when you watch a woman succeeding, doing her thing, thriving, and just doing really well,
yes,
it should inspire you.
Yes.
Not that you, why is it her and not me?
But why? But why? We are not
is.
doing the same things. And even if you want, imagine there's space for you
There
to do
is.
it.
We can all earn.
I mean, look at us as musicians, for example. There's so many talented women in this industry. Now I'm supposed to get upset. I'm supposed to, you know, talk badly about them at oh, why is she the one getting the gigs? Yo, there's something she's doing that you're not. Find out what it is and try and do it as well.
Yes.
If it's something that works for you.
Imagine, you know, another thing you can do. If you ask them, if you're like, yo, listen, like, so I'm trying to change up my style. I'm trying to switch up my game. Like, what can I do? Like, what have you done that's worked for you so well? Because I can see that you're making moves and waves. What can I do?
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like that should be the conversation more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember one time, so when we were in our 20s, when we were younger, women in their 30s would, you know, just completely put us down. And I was like, I pray to never be that woman. And here I am in my 30s and I look at 20-year-olds and I'm just like, I want to help. I want to tell you, don't go down this path. Don't do this. Don't start this. You know.
That's true. Yes.
Anyway, that's a
now
story.
that we're on that subject, please don't focus on men. Just work hard. Your 20s should be for experimenting, having fun, figuring yourself out.
Figuring
which
yourself
really
out.
doesn't
That's,
really happen. Do
that's
you feel
it.
like you figured yourself out as an artist because you are ever changing, ever growing, ever evolving?
Well, first of all, I think I feel most comfortable now in this stage in my life. I think I've managed to get everything working in the order that I wanted it to work. And I'm happy. I'm happy with the jobs that I'm doing, with the music that I'm releasing, what I'm writing about. You know, the thing with me is that I've always been able to stay true to myself. It doesn't matter, again, and I'm sorry for using this word, trending. It doesn't matter what's trending at the time or you know, what female musicians are doing, if, you know, they're changing up their outfits or whatever. For me, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to do it. So I think that's the one thing that's really helped me, and I've gotten to that point where I'm okay. I'm content with what it is I have to put out there.
Yeah. Isn't that the beauty of growing up, though? Like, with every single passing year in my 30s, I care less and less about people's opinions. Genuinely, just anyone. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that is so beautiful. I'm like, wow.
It's such a comfortable space.
It
is such a comfortable space to just be good with yourself and who you are and where you're at. Look, we're not saying stop aspiring and stop trying hard or whatever, or trying to elevate your status or whatever, but you've got to love yourself. You've got to be happy with yourself and what you have and what you've achieved. Most people would look at, man, I don't have this and I don't have that, but you already have something. How about you be happy about this and then grow from there?
That is true. Every single time you look back at like old pictures, you're like, oh, the good old days.
Yeah,
but,
indeed.
but you didn't think it was the good old days at that time.
Yes.
You were like, I'm stressed. Things are not working out.
But I guess it's also something that comes with age.
It does.
You know, I mean, in your 20s or, you know, 19, hapo kwanza, when you're looking at the Beyoncés and you're just like, oh my God, I want to be like that, you know? And then you grow older and, like you said, you stop caring about what people think, about what people say. As long as by your standards you're doing something and you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters, man. Forget about the rest.
Forget about the rest.
Yeah.
Now, back to the album. You feature Nyash.
Yes, Shin to the Chilla.
What's the name of the jam?
It's called Jali. Yes. So Jali basically is a song that talks about infidelity. You know, people will always get it wrong. People will always want to say, oh my God, you're promoting infidelity and stuff like that. No, I'm addressing the issue as it is in society today. A lot of the times you find that mamas will tell you, I know he's doing it, it's okay. You know, so it's basically a song where a woman is telling a guy, look, I know that this is happening, but could you try and be a bit discreet about it? The world doesn't have to know. Nidanganye. Yani kama unanijali kweli, nidanganye ile kidogo.
Kidogo tu.
Lakini wewe waja nyumbani wanuka marashi.
Glitters.
Naona risiti hapo, unanibwagia tu bwa.
Earrings, viatu.
Kwenye gari, nini, at least, you know, try. Nisitiri kidogo.
Nisitiri.
Nisitiri kidogo.
Nifichie hii aibu yetu hii. How did you get, why did you decide on Nyash to get on the jam?
Okay, so for this particular song, as I was writing it, I felt like I wrote a second verse and I was just like, that sounds a bit too similar to the first one. So how can I change this up? And then I listened to because I listen to the jam all the time. Like when I'm coming up or I'm creating something, I listen in the car. I listen when I'm doing dishes. I'm listening all the time. And I thought of his voice, and it sort of it just worked. And ideally, I thought he was going to do something like dance usijali, atukujudge. Like the way he raps so
flow.
high, the tone is really, really high. But in this one, he completely went
Mellow.
laid back. And there's some people who ask, is that really Nyashinsky? That's very different, but he did it so well. And I'm so grateful. I mean, he's a big artist, you know, to get these guys, even the OG himself, to get them on the album, for me, it's just an honor. Really. Yeah.
So you have Calligraph,
I have
you
Calligraph
have
and Nyashinsky, and that's it. 6 songs on the album. Calligraph is on Kiwango, which is a song that talks about levels, basically. And then Jali, and then you've got Nabo itself. There's a song called Chukua, which is, you know, just talking about this guy's sexual prowess, and whenever he calls you, you just bounce.
You go.
Yeah,
You're like,
you just can't say no.
Nimefika.
Unaambiwa, si leo nasikia ni kama unakohoa kidogo utaenda
Hapana,
job.
sikohoi.
Unasema, yeah, by the way, I'm feeling so sick, wacha nipigie boss. Hakuna kuenda. And then there is, there's Nakuthamini. Nakuthamini is more like a wedding song, basically. The vows from the woman, what she's promising she's going to do for the guy when they get together. And then there is my first gospel song, Yuko Na Wewe, which is done by Chris Adwar.
I feel like Amina was sort of gospel too, sort of.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Well, you could, you know, it's amen, amen, amen. So
Over and over again.
Yeah, but for me, I feel like this is the first gospel song, and it's a gratitude song for me. I mean, basically, what I've been through and the fact that I've still come out on top, I needed to just say thank you. I'm happy. Yeah.
Things that you can't touch on right now, though, right?
Yeah, which I will not touch on.
Yeah, but it was a lot, and you know, and it's crazy how we talk about musicians and entertainment, and just generally human people. You fall into this hole, and you have only yourself to get out. And if you survive it, it's either one of two things.
Yes. Absolutely, but when you go, when it's really bad, it's really, really bad. I mean, we've heard of so many musicians who've come up and done something good, and then all of a sudden they just start going down, 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 and it's because, you know, you start to indulge in things that are not helpful
at all
to your career.
Very true.
You're gonna pick music. Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
That is the message. That is the message. All right, so Kwach, what are people saying online, real quick, before I bid Sana goodbye? What are they saying?
The kind of love, I don't know. You know, she has said that she's not going to speak about things she's spoken about before. But the kind of love Sana is getting, I don't know if it is natural for one person to get this much love.
Hey, Kwach.
You know? you know, it's just not fair. It's just
that's on Facebook.
Yeah, this is on Facebook.
Twitter kuna waka moto.
Yeah?
Sijui kama Sana ndiye anaangusha kampuni ya fire station.
Yeah,
because moto haizimiki.
I think Nini ama akona shoot because we need to know Sana. We have Edwin Maiwa. This is from Facebook. He's saying, Edward is saying, I still love the song Sana did with Big Pin. Betty Joseph is saying, I love the new EP, especially Jali with Nyashinsky. At Tewadros Deng is saying she is legit, natural voice, nice and polite. Rona Ronald is saying, one of the celebrities I love, Sanaipei Tande na kupenda bure. Tafadhali. Oh, and you go on to ask about one of the stories ameongea sana. Tafadhali tusimuulize juu ya Maina tena. Hatutauliza. That one we will not ask again. Okay, Fred Fidel Makobara is saying, this woman is so beautiful. Ajue yeye ni wangu wa milele. They are saying so. And there was this final one. I think there are so many people saying they share the love. But there was this important one. Godfrey Minzuni was asking that on your EP, Sanaipei Tande, you have sampled different producers. Of course, Ihaji dominates the EP. But you have sampled different producers. How was the experience working with them?
Okay, let her answer the question.
Okay. So first of all, the likes of Dilly. Dilly is somebody who had to be on the EP. I mean, he's somebody who really, really understands my voice. Chris Adwar. I worked with Chris Adwar for the first time when I was part of SEMA. When we did Mwewe. When we did Mwewe, the album. And so I knew if I wanted gospel and I wanted gospel to sound like gospel, that's the guy to go talk to. Ihaji, I met him for the first time when we did Ayana. And I thought he had really, really good beats. He's a very polite guy. He's so respectful. He keeps time. And so, yeah, so I spoke to him and I told him, listen, I want something that people can like at least bob their heads to. and he gave me 3 very good tracks.
How did you not work with Musyoka?
Well, Musyoka is a very busy producer. Very busy.
Oh, yeah,
very
he's
busy.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I mean, we have, let me not talk about it. There's a song that I went to him, we recorded, and I think it's been like 5 years now.
Musyoka pero goma.
Anasema nataka kuipatia beat nzuri sana. Ikaka. But, you know, I've always got love for Musyoka. Musyoka, I've known him since I was 18 going on 19. So those are like my big brothers in the industry. Whenever I need any, like, to consult or there's something I don't understand, I have different people that I can go to. And Musyoka is one of those people. So he's got my back, like, big time, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what else are people saying, Kwach?
I just wanted to ask, because you know Sana sings with passion, so this is my asking.
Okay.
Do you sing with people in mind? Ndio tujue tu tunataka kutafuta nani huyo tuwapige because
no, Kwach, you know, I know you come from the lakeside.
Yes.
Na huko Ohangla na Benga you sing about people. Oh, Raila, no. Sasa unataka kuimbe. That's why you are going.
I just want to know if there is inspiration that you know when you are in studio and then you know the way they say when you read a poem and then you can see that person in person. Does it happen?
Yeah, I think some of my earlier songs there were people in mind. And not necessarily at the people that you're intimately involved with. There were also songs where I would sing about maybe a cousin's situation, you know, highlighting on their story. Yeah, so sometimes I do think of some people. Yeah. I'm not going to start mentioning specific songs here before I am roasted.
Wow. We are just
Amina, come on.
We are just happy, Amina, that at least that person that was on her mind alimwambia kwaheri na kamwa kumtema.
Kwaheri.
At least that's positive.
Yeah, and Amina, there is this one tweet, naitafuta na sioni, where they are saying Osoro and Sanaipei can make a good...
Oh my
No
God.
Iyo, naitafuta, sijui mbona zinanipotea.
Hata mimi nimeiona by the way.
Oh,
Nimeicheki.
Zama crush wangu sizisomi, sizipati. I don't know what's happening.
And you guys look cute together.
Yeah?
Ndio ile tweet tunatafuta.
Amina, si about cuteness ai, sasa pia wewe na wewe usinichome. Sasa ni nini? Who paid you, Amina?
Tunapanga na show live on air.
Amina, I thought Sana already made it clear. This is not the day to talk about things we have spoken about before. Tafadhali, Osoro, preserve this energy.
Sana, do you get tired?
No,
do you get tired?
it's
Because you have
okay,
a lot
but,
of guys that are always like, you know you're my crush, you know, man. Does it get tiring?
Guy, me, I've
I'm
been
in shock
offered
still.
Packers to do a Porsche on social media, and I'm just like, you just decline respectfully and just say thank you, but no thanks.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. What do you do? I
You
mean, there's people
decline-
telling you,
you
oh, I'll
decline a
pay you, I'll
Porsche.
even pay you appearance fee. I'm like, appearance fee for where? For lunch. Like,
For lunch?
Yeah, please have lunch with me and stuff like that. I'll give you $1,000. I'll give you,
For lunch?
yeah.
Guy, my viewers of the trend, please, I feel like we need to work harder. If you want to meet me, just DM me.
Look at you, like you would say yes.
No, but you know what? You have a lot of people who love you, and you have people who love you on Kina.
Yes, on Kina, despite the fact that I am such an evil person.
Yeah.
I am such an evil person. I mean, sometimes there's an incident at the airport in Mombasa where some kids came to say hi to me, and their mother was like, I don't know. They keep saying they know you. So they're like, Mom, this is Nana Tandala, and I'm just like, you're 8. Why are you watching Nana Tandala? You know, I'm there strangling people, shooting people, slapping people, but they love Nana Tandala.
Yeah, you do a great job with
Thank
that
you.
role.
Thank
you
you.
have completely embodied
Quite
that
a challenge.
character, right?
Quite a challenge.
And now you are on season 3, if I'm not wrong.
We're on season 3, yes. We should be completing that early next year.
Yeah, I've been told you guys shot, I think, 800 episodes?
So we've shot, in total, when we finish season 3, it'll be 540 episodes.
That's too much. That's a lot.
It is a lot. And yeah, so like season 3 has 270. We've just touched on 200, so we have another 70 to go.
High five, Sana. Look at you.
Thank you. But
Look at you.
I think this job has kind of brought in a discipline because, you know, we're at work at like 6:30 in the morning.
Every
so wewe saa 10 ushuko hapo shawasha hita unangoja kuoga unasoma script. So I mean, I appreciate it. It really has brought a discipline, and I mean, shout out to the entire Kina cast. You know, coming from music into acting, the way they embraced me just, you know, helped me learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The team is amazing. The entire team. I'm sorry. You know, let's give her some water. We're gonna give you some water. But thank you so much for coming through. Make sure that you get the EP. How can people get the EP?
So it's on all platforms. Congratulations, Sana. All your music is on every platform. So on Boomplay, Spotify, iTunes, it's all over there. And of course on my YouTube channel, and yeah, more to come, more to come. There's so much pressure now for the videos. I thought I knew which songs I was going to shoot, but everything has just turned upside down. So good luck to me.
Yes, because the fans also have a say.
They do. They really do. Yeah.
So Kwach and Osoro, I was talking about you when I said the fans have a say, but you cannot star in the videos. Please don't embarrass us.
I mean, if you have not realized...
Oh, these are the vixens of your video.
Hey. No, but haina shida. Just that I wanted to know, kwani Sana ametoka Gikomba. She's on fire.
Guy,
I cannot believe you said that. Jesus. How is that a joke? We're gonna have to take. Do we take a break? I feel like we should take a break on that awkward note. All right, so E, you have the jam to play. Okay.
Bado yuaja kwangu kitandane akitaka tubanane risiti kila kitu mbili amejaa maalama kwenye